The fabulous episode of Gaming for My Sanity, where I sit here and cultivate community while I try to get y'all to listen to my terrible music. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually not terrible. Well, you can go judge for yourself. It's in a playlist on my little playlist and my YouTubes and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, check out the fit though. That's the other thing. You gotta check out the fit though. You know what I'm saying? The backpack match the kicks though. You already know what it is though. Ooh, that mean the blunt hitting this morning. Your boy just flowing off the top of the dome. Hey, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing today, man? Hey, we had a good gameplay yesterday. I played with one of my first supporters, Power Gaming, and we was getting down yesterday. It was fun. This is fun. I like this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really wish y'all would have known me as a rapper a long time ago if I had done this already. This cultivating community thing is like really fun, because when you on social media and you kind of like gravitating towards people that just jam with you and what you like doing, man, it's kind of a good little escape from reality. Like, I get why people get caught up in social media. It's not good. Don't do that. But I get why people do it. Hold on now. Now, if you don't know, everything I'm doing is makeshift because I've had to, like, do everything myself. That's why I be trying to, like, kind of tell y'all what I'm doing while I'm doing it, so I can try to help people along the way so y'all don't have to go through the same stupid shit I had to go through. So, what's the word, my guy? Yeah, so that's why I usually try to do a lot of talking on here to try to tell y'all, you know what. Damn, that just threw me off. I don't know why that threw me off. My brain went a little bit all over the place today. Sipping my mugwort tea. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the fit is clean, and then that's pretty much I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the basis of what we're doing. So I guess we can go ahead and get started. Now that y'all done seen the fit and I done gave you my little intro speech. Yeah. Alright, let's go and get to it. How y'all doing today? What else was I doing? I forgot. Oh, I was watching a couple of my videos this morning trying to figure out exactly how to, cultivate community per se. You know what's hard about cultivate community is because I think it's because everybody is such diverse individuals. Like, it's so many aspects to people. It's hard to be a thing, and the average fan per se doesn't really sometimes don't even like care about the other aspects of who you are, but in the same aspect, the other aspects of who you are is what can bring new people into whatever it is you're trying to do. That's what's interesting. You know, me gaming has nothing to do with me being an artist per se. That's kind of how I looked at it at first, because that's why a lot of people are overworking themselves, in my personal opinion. I think a lot of artists are overworking themselves because they don't want to do tedious things to cultivate community. And the crazy part is, like, you want other people to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if there was for example, look at people like Kai. Do you know how many artists like went on Kai's stream to help build their, to kind of help what's the word? Promo. They was basically using them for promo. But I say, why don't you just do it yourself? Like, that's just always been my thing. That's one of the main reasons why it's taken me so long to do more as an artist. Because when I have to deal with too many attitudes, I'm like, bro, I just do this shit myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just do that. I'll figure it out. Or I'll find somebody that I can deal with that has a better attitude than that. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm not just gonna put up with your attitude just because you feel like I got to. That's ridiculous. And I feel like a lot of people in the music industry do that. What's happening? Oh, yeah, I was the bus driver. I wasn't finna run nobody into nothing, though. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, hell yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, and I'm kind of like happy that I'm doing this because it's giving me more excuses to come up with like content and stuff. The content has really been getting a lot easier to do. Cause for one, I get to talk about what I want to talk about, do what I want to do, and it doesn't really. Oh dang! I can just press it one time and it do it on its own. That's dope. See, on Blitz, the chug you gotta hold it. I ain't know that. But yeah, it makes it a hell of a lot easier. Now, this is the thing though. There is in no capacity that you want to be an entrepreneur where there's going to be no work required. And being an artist is being an entrepreneur, whether they want to admit it or not. There's a lot of different aspects of being an entrepreneur. But one of them is that you have to realize it's like being a human. As far as like in the context of the word. Like you have to, when you say entrepreneur, it's like, okay. That just means you don't have a problem. To me, being an entrepreneur just means you don't have a problem doing everything, or having a problem figuring out how to do everything. You know, because even if you can't do something, you probably still have to learn how to find the right person that does. And I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely held me back for the longest as an artist. Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna say held me back. I don't even like using that terminology no more. Held me back. It didn't really hide me back, because I'd rather take forever to do something right than rush and try to do something wrong just because I'm worried about what somebody else gonna think. And that's kind of what it feels like it always boiled down to. Well, what are people gonna say? And then every time I said that to myself, I was like, bro, who cares? Now, granted, that always seemed like it makes things take longer, but I don't give a fuck. I'd rather take longer getting it right than deal with bullshit because I'm trying to further my career as a rapper. Like, what? Just to further a career? Cause to me, I don't know. I feel like to me, every business is the same. To me, like I never looked at rap like it wasn't a job. So for me, I never really cared about that aspect of it. As far as, hold on, I'm trying to pick this up and it's throwing me off. Give me the damn thing. Give you the shits. Okay. Now we in there. Hey, now. I don't need all of this. Give me this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because to me, sometimes, as far as being an independent artist, a lot of independent artists are too needy to me. They are way too needy. Like, you need shows, you need an audience, you need people to support you, you need fans. Like, go get it yourself, man. Like, you can go get a supporter yourself. Matter of fact, let me break it down to you. This is how you go get a supporter. Go see what people like, and then go give a damn about it. Now, I think the problem with being an artist these days is that a lot of artists want you to like what they like. And you don't have to like what they like. You got to like what you like. You just got to figure out what people like, what you like as well. To me, in my opinion. I think that's what it is. I think the people be trying to get people to like like I gotta like your shit. I don't have to like your shit. Like I don't have to like you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain artists. Have y'all ever met somebody that like an artist and will like stand by them no matter what bullshit they do? I think that's because of what I'm saying. And why not go do the same thing if you're an artist? You can go do the same thing instead of you sitting there hating on such and such and be like, man, they act like he can't do nothing wrong. There's a reason why they do that. Probably because this artist has built some type of community and fan base over time that this person was able to relate to and felt like, hey, I feel seen here. So now I'm finna just become almost like family to this person. Once I start seeing them over and over and over again, well, because I'm from the 90s, so you had to like spend money on marketing and advertising and stuff to get people to like know whatever brand you was trying to give them. Now you can now the brand is you. You used to have to spend money to cultivate an idea of who you are, and then that's why people liked or didn't like you. But then I think that's bad because then you had to like stick to that. That's why you got a lot of celebrities these days that act like kids, because it's like that was your best selling point, and now that's all you can do is just be a kid for the rest of your life. So you never really are allowed to openly grow in different aspects. Which is one thing I'm enjoying about the internet in the future. Like it's gonna force people to kind of stop doing that. Cause you can't tell me like that's bad that this person is being a human. You know what I'm saying? Like they human. Like why is that bad? Like it used to be bad for the child star to grow up and then start doing like sexual stuff. Like that used to be bad. And it's like, they grown, right? Like they're an adult. Which means now they're gonna have to act like they gotta hide stuff. And hiding things about you is never good. Like I always thought that was bad to just hide aspects of you in your life. That's so bad. Now I don't think everything is everybody's business, but it's one thing for it to not be people's business. It's another thing for you to hide it. And there's a difference. Now I think growing up is learning what the difference is. I think that's what being an adult is, in my opinion. I don't know. I just got to adult like not too long ago, so. In my opinion, I think being an adult is just, you know, regulating the difference between the two. That's why people say you should have known better. Like when you're an adult, and like, oh, you should have known that. Yeah. Because it's not like you technically should have known, because we all learn at different paces. So technically you shouldn't have known, but I think the idea of an adult is the discernment of whether or not you should or shouldn't be doing something. Because when you're a kid, they like, oh, well, they a kid. They didn't know no better. Even though they probably did. But when you're an adult, it's like, you should know better. Like you should have went through enough life to kind of know why that should be wrong. But even that statement is subjective. So, you know, we'll column A, we'll column B. E. Okay. Alright. Let's move on. Let's move on. Where we going? Where we going? Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why I feel like, you know, what I'm doing right now is gonna be like way more important to the landscape of being an artist than people care to admit right now, because it's all about cultivating community. And if you minimize it to, oh well, I'm an artist so I gotta do more than that, or I'm an artist so I don't want to do that, then you gonna lose. Because that's how companies succeed. It has nothing to do with you being an artist, you're a company. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to be or not. Like, it's like, bro, I really wish entrepreneurs would stop doing it. Stop trying to separate themselves from demand. Well, I get why they do it, though. Let me not be, like, ignorant, act like I don't understand why they do it. I get why they do it, but this whole idea of everybody is rich is a bad person, that's horrible. I really feel like that's, like, stopping people from being as successful as they want to be in life. Some people, not all people. Some people are content because they don't need money. But I don't think you should push money away so much that you just like, that it starts to seemingly hinder the people around you. Because just because you don't want no money don't mean everybody around you don't want no money. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're content in life, that's why learning things at a different pace should be handled with a very humble heart. Because everybody don't learn the same. So just because you've gotten to the point in your life where you like, oh, well, I'm cool, I don't need money, money don't control me. Well, there's somebody next to you that might be, you know, they don't know what they gonna do if they lights get cut off. And you can't tell them that that's a good or a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's kind of the difference between like I think that's where we got lost in translation with the older and younger generation as far as when I was a kid. Like, I think we got lost in translation because of the way older people would say stuff. Not necessarily what they would say, but just the way they would say stuff. Because they would just say blanket ass statements that you were supposed to just figure out if you kept living. But that's not always true. Just because you still living don't mean you figured it out. Because I know some old fools. I swear I do. I swear I know some old fools. And they be saying the same cliche stuff that everybody else say. But it's like, okay, so you saying it, but you don't get it. So that's why you can't just assume just because you said something or heard something or saw something that you get it. Knowing something and understanding something is two completely different things. You can know some shit, but just because you know it don't mean you understand it. I think that's the problem with us with foreigners sometimes, like as far as like different borders and stuff like that, when it comes to like living in different countries and stuff. I think that's what the issue with us is humans. If we look at it from a human aspect, I think that's what our issue is sometimes. It's like we feel like we know because we saw. Like, you know about it, you read about it, so you know. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. Experience is the best teacher. And I don't care what your language is, that's always going to be true. So... So just because you know about something doesn't mean you understand it, you know. So, yeah, that's just life. And I think that's the best way for me to handle, bring your ass here. I see you flying in Ireland. Come here, motherfucker. Yeah, I think that's the best way to kind of handle like being an artist, which I've learned from being an entrepreneur, because they walk hand in hand. Yeah, a lot of people. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say a lot of people because it's a very general statement, but it feels like, as far as I'm concerned, from where I am in my little corner of the United States of America, it seems like a lot of people hinder themselves on the idea of being successful because a lot of the things that come with being successful have been wrapped up in so many and so much scammy looking behavior. For example, in the 80s and the 70s, the car salesman, the way that the car salesman sold cars was seen as a scam. Like, it was like a phrase. People would be like, oh, you talk like a car salesman. And it was an insult because a car salesman came off scammy. Over time, the way that the car salesman sold cars became a technique, as long as you weren't lying to people, became a very strong marketing technique. But I think what happened was, because nobody ever explained that, America as a whole just assumed if you still talk like that, then you're scamming people. And I only know that because people used to do that to me. And I never understood that when I was younger. I'm like, why people just think I'm a scammer? Like, when I was a kid, like, older people would think I was scamming because I would talk in a way that sounded like I knew what I was talking about. And overconfidence almost sounds like you're lying to people from like the early 80s and 70s, because that's what it was back then. And it's weird because confidence is exactly how you sell something. It's like, why would I want somebody that seems like they don't know what they're talking about? So that's why people are having a hard time becoming successful, because a lot of the words that we need to use are getting lost in translation because of certain marketing tactics. Now, like, again, that's from my perspective of my little corner of the area in America. I can't speak for everybody else and their mama. But in America, oh, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what they do over here anyway. You know. So, and you wouldn't know that unless you had conversations with people, because even me talking like this, the moment I stop joking with you and start talking about something serious, it like Americans just tune out. It's like it gets boring. Like, and that's just how our brains work. It's like the moment you start talking about something that sounds like it's important, brain just goes to meow. Like, for real. And it's crazy how brains do that, but they do. I'm American, so I know it does me like that sometimes. Like, if it's not in a way that's not. For example, I really can't listen to a lot of people that talk other than Gary Vee. Like, it's a lot of people that have some of the similar, have very similar approaches to things, and they're good at information as well. But for some reason, it's just hard for me to hear them. It's just I just can't. I'm listening. I will listen because I don't like blocking out information from other people, because you don't want to just have one source of information and just assume that your one source is the end all be all. You don't want to be like that. So that's why I'll listen to other things. Oh my God, I just went into this fight not paying attention to nothing. I ain't have no help. Y'all wasn't even gonna tell me. That's crazy. You're sitting here listening. I'm just playing. That's what I get for not paying attention. But yeah, no, that is that's usually how that goes. But when you live in a society that moves faster because of technology, that is killing people because of the food that we eat, our brains are being cooked, people be experimenting on people whenever they want to, and then telling people about it 80 years later, we experiment on y'all, my bad. Yeah, like, all kinds of stuff be going on to people on a day-to-day basis. So whoever gets time to sit still and like figure that out. That's why to me, doing stuff like what I'm doing right now might just save a life, because who's sitting still long enough to like talk about it? Trust me, it took me a long time to get here to sit still long enough to y'all to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to be an artist for so long. That's what I'm gonna do. But even the story of how I decided to be an artist is unique to me. because it came out of the desire to not be told what to do. I really became a rapper because somebody told me I was going to be a preacher, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, somebody told me my gift was speaking and talking to people, like a long time ago when I was a kid. I was like, I don't want to do that. And at the time, the first thought was I don't want to do it because I don't like being told what to do. That was my first thought. So, but then I kept being told that, like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be a preacher. That's what they would tell me when I was, because I was raised in church. So it was like, you're gonna be a preacher. And I was just like, as I got older into my teens, like late teens, I got real deep into like conspiracy theories and shit. So I kind of pushed away religion a lot because I was just like, yeah, there's a lot of supremacy going on here, so I'm cool on that. y'all got it, go ahead, I'm good. So then the thought went from, it's not that I don't want to be a preacher because I don't believe that y'all see the gift in me, in the ability to speak. I don't like it being cultivated in something that has to do with supremacy. So I'm gonna do it the black way. And the first thing that was in my face was rap. That was the black way to preach. That was the blackest way to preach to me. That was the blackest Americanist way to preach to me, was to be a rapper. So that's why I decided to be a rapper. Well, that's one part of the story. There's actually a lot of different parts of the story, but that's one part of the story. Yeah. Ooh, I'll tell you another one. Another one was like when I would hear other people talk about how they when I would hear other people talk about why they became a rapper, it always seemed superficial to me. And that's just my own arrogant thought process. I don't mean it like personally to nobody, but just every time I've always heard somebody talk about being a rapper when I was younger. Now, I don't know about now. It might be different now. But when I was younger, I would always hear people say stuff like, well, I grew up in a family they was listening to this music and they was listening to that music. And I was just influenced by the culture of this music and that music. And I was just like, I guess. I don't know. It seemed like a Disney movie. Like, it just always seemed like a Disney movie. Like, they lying. I don't know. And they probably weren't lying. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just me being an arrogant kid. But it just always seemed like a Disney movie. And I'm like, that's crap. That's not how that works. Because I wasn't a Disney kid. I was an anime kid. So for me, you giving me the Disney version of how you did that was just bullshit. I'm like, all right, that's not how you become Super Saiyan, bro. No, you don't just wake up and somebody just ordained you to be a Super Saiyan. No, fam, that's not how you gotta work at that. That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how that works. My bad, brother, man. Oh, look at me, just betraying the brother. I shot him in the back. I'm sorry, brother. Hold on, I'm gonna hold it down for you. I ain't gonna let him take me out like that. Oh my goodness. Brother, I'm sorry, it ain't looking good. Okay, never mind. Alright, I was gonna hold it down. I wasn't just gonna shoot you in the back and then just go out like a sucker. I had to hold it down. Yeah, so my unique entry into rap, yeah, that's another reason why I accepted it for myself. Because at first, when I first decided to be a rapper, I was like, I don't know if I want to do it because everybody else that's saying it, they sound so, I don't know. I just thought it wasn't for me because of how everybody else spoke about their version of it. And when I realized that was the main reason why I should be that, then that's why I was like, okay, yeah, this is what I should do. You know, because you can't base off how you can't base how you feel off of everybody else. You got to base it off of how you feel and what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. And for me, there is way too many things in my life that just kept pushing me. But oh my God, like even when I got quote unquote too old, like I couldn't go be man. I tried to be regular. I tried. I tried. I'm sorry. Y'all don't want me being all of that whole go to work, go to job shit. Y'all not talking to me. Now some of y'all do need to go to. Some of these rappers suck. Like y'all can go listen to my music, go on the playlist, go on YouTube, go to my playlist. You can listen to music, tell me if trash or not. I ain't trash. I might not be what I should be, but I ain't trash. Some of these niggas trash. They need to go to work. I don't need to be at work because when I'm at work, I'm bitter because I need to be in the studio. Like I'm. And you know another thing that bothered me too. I found out the reason why I hate jobs so much. Jobs made me indignant. I used to think they made me angry, which is why I made the status that I made the other day. I was just like, if you've never heard of the word indignant, then all you can be is angry. That's some real shit. I really made that status because I was just like, wow. When I really looked up the word indignant out, because I was reading. I've been reading a lot lately. And when I come across words when I'm reading a book, I was, if I don't get it, I'm just going to stop and be like, okay, what the fuck does this mean? So I can make sure that I'm understanding the full capacity of what the story is saying. And I was like, what the fuck does indignant mean? I'm like, because I know I've heard the word, but I'm like, maybe I don't really fully understand what it means because of the way they said it in the book. So when I looked it up, I was just like, oh, shit. I don't hate jobs. I'm not angry at jobs. I'm indignant because I'm frustrated about injustice, unfairness. That's what bothers me about jobs. I don't have a problem with a job, which is why I was so good at managing people when I was in a job. Because as long as I can control the narrative and fix things, I'm good. Like if I can fix it, I'm straight. But the whole injustice part of working here in America, that's what I can't deal with. That's the part of my soul that just, it's always upset. And I don't want to put that on other Americans who really are working hard and really doing what they got to do. That's why I can't do the 9 to 5 with y'all. Because I care about y'all so much that I'm going to remove myself from being an entrepreneur like I should be. Like I'm going to remove myself. I'm not going to go and be bitter at the counter like everybody else. And y'all be like, why the fuck are they working at their job if they so angry? Yeah, I'm not going to be that. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm going to do y'all a favor and go do like what I love to do so I can be a happy and good part of society. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a good noodle. You know? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm cool. I'd rather be a rapper. Y'all would rather me be a rapper. Trust you me. You would rather me be happy than doing whatever you think I should be doing. Because the government said, like y'all care about what the government be saying. And when we complain about what the government be saying, y'all don't say nothing. So I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I'm over here trying to not be a statistic. Do the best of my ability. I already started one. Give me some credit. I already retired. Y'all complained about me being a drug dealer. So I retired. Nah, there you go. Leave me alone. Shit hell. And then the crazy part is when the whole time I was trying to start businesses the whole time. I used to tell people all the time, because I've always been like a nerd when it comes to like business and learning stuff, because I've always wanted to be the best rapper that I could be. So the first thing I figured out was like, all right, what do I need to do to make sure I maintain being a rapper? And that was understanding. Then I figured that out early, understanding the business. So that's why I'm so business oriented now, because I wanted to know as much as I could about the business to be the best rapper I could. And that was just everything I learned was business. It just kept leading me back to business. And it was like, well, you need to learn the business. Well, you need to learn the business. Well, you need to learn the business. Okay, got it. Heard you the fucking first time. Where is my rival? You over here somewhere. Hey, everything kept resorting back to business. Matter of fact, even when I went to college, like shout out Nelly, bro. I don't like that. For the longest, I used to hate when people used to complain about Nelly. They don't do it no more. I think we give props where props is due now. But for a long time, people used to really hate Nelly in St. Louis, and they used to bother me. Not because if you didn't care for his music, that's one thing, because music is subjective. So if you didn't care for his music early on in like the early 2010 era, when music like started shifting real hard, I can understand that. I'm not mad at that. But to be like, he don't do nothing for, because that's what people used to say in St. Louis, he don't do nothing for St. Louis. What do you want him to do? Like, what do you want him to do? And I ain't gonna lie, after a while, I kind of felt what they were saying a little bit, because I was just like, okay, when I started seeing like the features that he chose to do, I was just like, okay, all right, they might have a point. But But for me, when I went to college, I went to the Extreme Institute by Nelly, powered by Vatterott. Now, Vatterott is a real college if you remember it. If you remember Vatterott, because they gone now. But if you remember Vatterott, they were a community college that is one of the first ones that I heard about anyway, because, you know, I'm not that smart or whatever. But they were one of the first ones that I heard about that focused on specific subjects in college and not just college. So you could go to Vatterott Culinary School, or you can go to Vatterott for graphics or something like that. Those were the first people that I heard. I'm not saying that they were, but those were the first people that I heard that focused on specific subjects in college. So Nelly partnered with Vatterott, and they built a school specifically for artists. Well, not just artists, but it was artists, engineers, producers, managers, blah, 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 blah. So in this particular college, there was two sides to the college, right? There was one side that was kind of like the producer, engineer, artist side, where, you know what I'm saying, they kind of taught you everything about stage presence, you know, everything that you would need to know to be like the best artist, not just not just rapper or whatever the case may be, but just an overall artist. And then there was another side that taught you everything about the music business and everything that you would need to know if you were going to be the behind the scenes person, you know, that was basically the manager. So I went to that college, and I remember when the lady asked me, what side did you want to go to? And I was sitting there because I was homeless at the time, and I just decided to go to college. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, well, what do I need? I really felt like there was like a moment in like I did. It was so stupid. I felt like it was kind of like my Disney moment movie a little bit. Somebody shooting at me? I feel like somebody's shooting at me. I really felt like somebody was shooting at me. Anyway, yeah, it was kind of like a Disney movie moment for real. At least that's what it felt like a little bit, because I made this in my thought at the time. I made the stupid decision. I felt like the Disney moment would have been to go do the music side, the rapper side or whatever, or the artist side, so that I could perfect being a rapper, and, you know, probably make network connections on the rapper side, and just, you know what I'm saying, because I would have classes with the teachers that specialized in that. The students was more into that, blah blah blah, all of that shit. Okay, nigga. Okay, I'm not mad at that. He had a stronger gun than me. And I really I low key, like, my stomach dropped a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I kind of felt like I made the wrong decision, because I decided to go on the business side. Because the reason why I did that is because I said, I thought about, it's so stupid, I thought about drumline. That's the first thing that popped in my head when she asked me that. I said, you can't teach me how to be an artist. I already know how to do that. So I was like, I'm going to the business side. And then after I said that, I was like, oh, that was so stupid. Oh my God, that was stupid. Like, I had a moment where I was like, bro, that was stupid. Why the fuck did you do that? But I really wanted to go to the business side because I wanted to know everything that a manager would know. Not so I would need to be a manager, because that's how my friends took it. Everybody around me took it like, okay, so you can be the manager now. And I'm like, I don't want to manage you niggas. Even though I did, but I was just like, I don't want to manage. I want to know everything a manager knows. So whenever I do get a manager, I'm easy to work with, because that seemed like it was the biggest problem with rappers, you know, when I was coming up. Like, they didn't get along with the people who was doing business. So, because they were like arrogant artists. So, you know, that's what I would think. I'd be like, okay, well, maybe if I was a nicer person and I was easier to work with, then people would want to work with me more. And I would be like the perfect artist. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that I'm even a rapper would make me on like a Jay-Z level type of person, because now when you talk to me, you think stupid rapper, but when I have a conversation with you, you're like, oh, this man is a genius. That's what my thought was. That's why I decided to go to business management and marketing when I went to college. And to shout out Nelly for that, because out of all of the things that people have ever gave the city, I don't believe in giving people money. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think charity is important. But I don't believe in giving away money. And I mean in the aspect of, like, if you my friend, don't ask me to just give you some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, actually, I take that back. I have better friends now. My friends don't even do me like that now. But when I was younger, I hated friends like that. I did have friends like that, but they felt like you was just supposed to give them some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just owe, like, because we in close proximity, I owe you something. Like, nigga, what? Excuse me? You crazy. Like, I don't believe because we in close proximity that I owe you any fucking thing. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But, so when people do things for you, to me, that's also why I'm more humbled at when people do things for me. Because I don't expect you to do nothing for me. So for me, when Nelly... For him to have all of the backlash that he had and do everything that he did and then build a school, like he built a school, all of the things y'all want him to give y'all, a record deal, money, a light, all of that to me is superficial. He gave you knowledge. That's what he gave you. He gave, out of everything he could have gave you, he gave you knowledge. Nobody can say nothing wrong about Nelly to me. To me. I don't care about any aspect and everything he did, because when he decided to give something back to St. Louis, he gave the most precious thing he could possibly ever give to us, which was knowledge. And that's always going to be an undeniable fact, no matter who you talk to, no matter what it is across the board. So that's why nobody can say nothing bad about Nelly to me. Now, if you feel about his music, however, him as a person, whatever, I don't care. Because as a St. Louisan, as an artist, as a black man, he gave me the one thing that was the most precious thing that can ever be given to another human being that don't know you. Knowledge. He built a school. Everybody else be talking like, y'all been driving Dr. Umar forever for not building a school. Nelly built one and didn't nobody bat an eye. Nobody said a word. Nobody said nothing. Matter of fact, because I live in St. Louis, I can tell you for a fact they still hate it. They still hated on him. Crazy. Insane. Freaking sane. So, I don't know. So that's another reason why I feel like obligated to kind of give a lot of this information away that I be having. Well, not like, well, yeah, I guess give it away is a good way to say it. But just, I mean, I kind of just be sitting there talking to y'all. But in the same aspect, I am giving away the information. Because everything that I do, I've learned from that school, per se. Kind of. Because honestly, I really, I ain't gonna lie. One of the main reasons why it took me up, because at first, when the school first got, it was some years before I even got to the school. Damn, I'm giving y'all all the juice these days. So it was a while before I actually even went to the school for real. But when I went to the school, it was, I kind of folded because of that thought, because I was just like, you know what, that's kind of and well, I already kind of felt like that at first, but I was just like, I don't know if that's what it really is, so I'm, it still looks superficial to me. But the reason why it looked superficial is because, not because of him, it was because of all of the people that was going to the school at the time. Everybody that I knew or would meet that went to the school, they was all there to try to get a deal. Nobody was there to learn. Like, nobody was there to learn. Not nobody in that school, to me, at least the people that I would talk to. Now if they did learn some shit and whatever, I don't know them. I ain't talked to them for real. But most of the people that I talked to, bro, them niggas weren't trying to learn nothing. They was in there trying to get a deal. And I'm like, that's so fake. Like, y'all really going in there trying to get Nelly to give y'all a record deal? Like, he gave you a school and you trying to get a record deal. How ass backwards is that? That was just backwards to me. I just thought that was stupid. And I thought, like, we have genuinely lost our way. If we done did all of this, and achieved all of this, and this is how far we done got. This man gave us a school, and y'all was like, but he didn't give me a record deal though. Yeah, all right, y'all got it. And I ain't gonna lie, me going through that time in college and coming to that realization in the school while dealing with people, man, it really shaped like a big part of me, because I had to. It made me start looking at people different, like the people that I was around. It, like, certain conversations, certain stuff people would say, I just like, hey, man, it would just be, man, I can't even talk to y'all no more. Certain stuff, I just started looking at people weird, and then people started making me look weird, like something was wrong with me, because I'm like, well, instead of us just hopping on songs with everybody and their mama, why don't we like start discussing split sheets? Because heaven forbid y'all do a song with one of these dudes and I don't trust these niggas. Y'all be doing songs with these niggas like everybody and their mama because it sound good. And heaven forbid somebody be like, well, the song blow up. Heaven forbid the song blow up. Oh my God, because if the song blow up, you cooked. You're at the time. I don't think it's like that as much. I don't know. I don't be in the streets. Now, if you an artist and you feel like it's still like that, then give me hip. Don't be having me out here looking crazy, thinking it ain't like that no more. But that's how it used to be. Like nowadays, an artist, if y'all do something, people like being in proximity with people that's dope. So and when it comes to being an artist, at least when I was growing up, I hope it ain't like that no more. But it's just wrapped in a lot of Disney movie bullshit. That's why everybody hoping somebody see them and blow up. Cause that's some Disney movie bullshit, bro. Like, go work. Nobody that's even a superstar now had to just, like, even if they did happen to them, they didn't just, it just happened and that was it. All of them had to bust their ass. In my personal opinion, there's a lot of giants in music, especially rap, that because that's what their intro was, I think it hindered them on the ability to keep going because you got used to the Disney movie stuff. And you just never boiled down to just hard work, bro. Which is why when La Russell got up there with y'all was like, how this happen? Because of hard work. Because it was always going to be hard work. Hard work was always what it was. You didn't have to look the coolest, be the dopest, the flyest, be the best rap. Like, you didn't have to do that. That's what y'all thought. That's what we all thought. I was one of them. Like, I remember. Like, so that's what we all thought. But that's why there's a bunch of people who looking at me crazy now, and he gonna be looking real stupid when they wonder why it's so many people at my shows and ain't nobody still at they shows, even though they've been doing it longer than me, or even though they've been more talented than me. You gonna wonder why? It's because I sat still and cultivated community like we should have been doing a long time ago, like I've been telling y'all to do. Been telling them to do that. But nobody wanted to do it. So I had to go figure out how to do it myself. And I figured it out by building this YouTube into my mind. My mind is my YouTube page. That's why it's all over the place. Yep, it's been all over the place. And I'm finna structure it. And the more I get structured to it, y'all see it. Thumbnails looking better, getting more consistent, videos popping up more, views going up. Little bit by little bit. You see it. You see it. And all of a sudden, watch. It's gonna go from 10 views to 10,000 people at my concert, and them people gonna turn around and be like, bro, how did he do that? Exactly. Because I took my time. I took my time and didn't play the superficial games with y'all. That's what took me. That's why I don't care about being quote unquote too old. Because taking your time is always gonna reign true. Always. Always and forever. My bad, I don't know the rest of the words. Says how to tell you, you really care, and we'll have tomorrow to get there. That's that shit. Hey. See, I might turn the joint on. Hold on, that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit. Y'all don't know about that. Hey, always and forever. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, and it ain't over till it's over either. Like, don't ever think you too old to achieve anything, man. It ain't over till it's over, gang. Look at Mr. Tenderism. It ain't over till it's over. But I think one of the main things, if I don't know what brought you over here, but if it's anything that brought you over here, I can tell you what it is. If you don't know, then I'll tell you what it is. What brought you here, if you're one of those people, it's your sign to stop bullshitting and stop thinking like how everybody else told you to think. Look at that. Did you see that? Look, it's a sign. That's the omen right there. That's the omen right there. It's a sign. Take that as a sign. Get off your ass and be an entrepreneur. It's time to get to it. It's time to get to it. Do whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do that. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And in this new era of yeah, I know that was an AI bot. I'm just playing. Yeah, but in this new era of AI, ooh, thank you. Cause I sure wanted another one of them. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the only thing that you got left. For real, for real. You wanna be honest with you? You know what I'm saying? If you worried about it. Cause everybody and their mama ain't worried about it. But if you are worried about it, that's the only thing that's gonna save you. Is being a real person. Everybody, trust me, because I come from the era of superficial people, so I know what superficial is. And superficial is turning into artificial. That's all it is. Because the people that want artificial is the people that want superficial. They just want money. It's all about money, bro. Don't nobody care about you. Nobody care about you. They don't. They gonna take us over. They don't want to. They don't care whether or not they take you over or not. They just want your money. That's all it is. Whether it's good or bad. You know what's so funny? You know what I find interesting about that? I have a theory. I have a theory that white supremacy is going to end because of greed. Because y'all are so greedy that it's eventually going to force you to become a nice person, because that's the only way to do business. That's going to become the only way to properly do business. I think people are feeling more, which is why people are so sensitive, which is why everybody's scared to do stuff. Everybody want to talk too much. Everybody want to be in their feelings. Like, that's why the world is in this feeling phase right now, because everybody want to feel shit. But I think that's what's going to kill a lot of supremacy, like in a lot of aspects around the world, is because people are greedy. And if you see over here in this pocket of the world, people are making money because they like talking positive. They like being positive. Like you can't fake positivity. You can try. Like, it sound good, but after a while, you can see it on the internet all the time. Every time somebody try to fake some positivity, eventually they get called out. Like, now, maybe if you haven't been with the internet as long as I have, like, I've seen it. Like, most people, every time, even if you don't try to do it, like, you as a human, something's gonna pop out eventually. Somebody gonna try to call you out. Just because trolls don't have nothing better to do with their life, you know what I'm saying, other than try to figure out what's going on with your life because they're losers. You know what I'm saying? That's. But if you're a good person, it's like, then you just wasted your time. You just wasted your time. Like, you finding out that this person, that lady had a divorce 10 years ago means nothing. Maybe she didn't like the relationship she was in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you finding out that person did something weird when they was in college, that's, everybody's fucking weird, bro. Nobody cares. Matter of fact, it's going to make you look even sillier trying to, like, overemphasize why they're weird about it. That's what's going to happen. That's what I think. It's going to make you look even sillier to point out why that's weird. Because I see that happening with gay now. Like you calling out people for being gay like it's a bad thing. It's like, well, why is that bad? It's starting to make you look crazy now. I think that's starting to make people look crazy. Because it's like, well, why does that matter? Like, why do you care? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then people be caring hard, too. It's like, you sure you ain't? You care hard, bro. It's like, you might want to be quiet. You caring awfully hard about their sexuality. Like, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's gonna kill. I think greed is gonna kill the need for the idea of power, kinda. The way people do power these days. Yeah, or at least in America anyway. I can't speak for nobody else. Look, she's all at the vending machine. Like, fuck this nigga. Yeah, I think greed is gonna kill it. Because if you really want what you say you want, then you're gonna do whatever it takes to get it. I think that's what bad people do. I think bad people do whatever it takes to get whatever they want. And if it requires them being a good person, then that's what they'll do. I wonder if that will eventually turn you into a good person, unless you're just a great actor. But then that means you're a sociopath, which there's already a term for you, which means you would still eventually get caught, because there's obviously a pattern to understand what a sociopath is. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the term sociopath. So eventually you're going to get caught too. So therefore, you would have to genuinely become a good person in order for that to work. You know? Yeah. I was watching this interview. This guy was in the CIA, and he was just talking about how, you know, the CIA can pretty much give anybody anything they want to, like, make some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? If the information is valuable enough, or whatever they want is valuable enough, they can do whatever they want to get stuff done, and he was just like, you know, and the interviewer asked him like, what's some of the craziest stuff that you've asked, you know, that you've gotten for people. And he was like, money. And he's like, yeah, we can get money, that ain't nothing. He was like, you know what I'm saying, tickets to a game, you know what I'm saying, anything like that, like just anything you want. It's like they'll get you whatever it is you want. But a story that he said that I found was interesting was that he kind of overemphasized this story about how this guy, you know, was willing to give up so much secretive information for his family. And I chuckled. My ancestry soul chuckled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like the ancestors in me chuckled a little bit because it proves that supremacy will lose eventually. White supremacy will lose eventually. That's what that proves. If there are people who are willing to give away some of the most secretive things, like if they like, just think about the most intense thing you can possibly think of in the world. If there is somebody in the world that's willing to give that up for the sake of family, to be able to see their family, if that feeling exists, then I don't think that supremacy will live forever. It has its reign. Don't get it twisted. I ain't no fool like that. Like I'm just gonna say, oh, it's gonna go away today. I ain't saying it like that, but I do have hope that you will not last forever. You can't. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. So, in my personal opinion, you know, because balance is a thing. So, which means if you get too loud into your negative, which that's what it seems like is going on right now, something's going to happen to you. Just like if you get too boastful with your positive, something's going to happen to you. That's why black people will tell you like, hey, well, I'm going to wait to tell you about my good news. That's why we do that. I'm going to wait to tell you about my good news. Because balance is a thing. Balance is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hola, Obito. What's up, dude? What you got going on? Damn, I ain't got enough money for the diamonds. I'm broke out here. Let me borrow $5. He's like, fuck, nigga, I ain't got it. Alright, my bad, nigga. You gotta talk to me like that, though. Alright. Yeah. Anywho, what up, Chad? My bad, I just been talking to y'all. Dang, y'all listen to me? Who is you? 1v1 me is crazy. How do I do that on Fortnite? I don't think I've ever 1v1 in anybody. I'm not that much of a competitive fucking Fortnite player like that. Like to 1v1 somebody. I am competitive like when it comes to the team effort shit. Like as far as team playing and playing like this, yeah, I'm competitive when it comes to that. But like a who's better? Not really. Because to me, a lot of that stems from a lot of who's better and who's worse on games these days. It ain't a lot of skill as much as it used to be. It's more so who got the bag. Because if you got because my partner Power Gaming was just telling me the other day about holographic controllers. If you got a holographic controller on a PS5, you're cooking me. Period. End of discussion. There is no what? I'm cooked. Like so it's not really skill as much. So 1v1s ain't really doing shit for me like it used to. Not for real. Not a 1v1. Now this to me, like on a map where people can randomly shoot at you and then you gotta strategically survive like how I'm doing now, that's more competition to me. That's where I get my itch. Cause I'm a little bit of an older gamer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not I ain't old. Well, but yeah, I'm old school with the game and I remember when we ain't have memory cards and shit. So you know what I'm saying? So I like a little bit of a skill. Not saying I wouldn't, but you gotta tell me how to do. I don't know how to 1v1 people. I'm just explaining it myself. Not saying I wouldn't. I just don't know how. Ugh. Oh shit. I was running up on you. My bad. Damn. That was stupid. Nah. That was stupid. Yeah, so if you can tell me like what I gotta do to do it, then that's cool. Yeah, we can play. But I'm not like a really competitive like a 1v1 or like that. Yeah. Y'all not gonna get me with that shit. Y'all, these new age gamers, y'all are not as competitive. It's not as I mean, they are, but the competition layout is a little different. Like I said, the competition has a lot to do more so with money versus actual skill set per se. Cause it ain't like I couldn't kill niggas. Like I can still get with motherfuckers, but it just, like I say, depending on what you got, it's already a little bit of an unfair advantage. So as far as like one-on-one competition, when it comes to stuff like this. Now I don't know if like actually now that I think about it, I wonder if that's the same. If the same could be said with like a 2K, like 2K. Like I don't know if that would be the same with 2K. Call of Duty for sure. I could definitely see that being a thing with Call of Duty. Like it's like, bro, come on now. I'm playing on a whole PS4, bro. You got a PS5 with a brand new controller, a custom controller. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. I'm not finna sit here and play with you. Don't 1v1 me, you trash. Fuck out of here. I ain't. But just for the sake of playing, I play just for the sake of playing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Call of Duty. Let me see what else would be like that. Oh shoot, my bad. Somebody text me. Why is my phone's not going off? Oh, because I turned my whatchamacallit down. I don't know why I can't hear my notifications. Damn it. I seen him. Get you some. Dang. Hold on 1 second, yeah. 1 second. I gotta take on some. Alright. Fuck. It's the cost of doing business. I hate that. Sometimes I can't get some stuff done because I don't have a car. Alright, for all of y'all that don't, I guess it depends on where you came from. Because most of the people that be popping up are for the gaming content. But just to let you know, I am not a gamer. Just letting y'all know that. Not a gamer. Rapper that games. So for all of those that did know that, yeah, so y'all already knew that my car was gone. So my car is gone. So, which hinders a lot of stuff that I be trying to do sometimes. Because I can't be as efficient as I'd like to be. Can't always move as fast as I want to. Yeah. The cost of doing business. You gotta take your oh my goodness, I'm tripping. Blow us both up, man. And I ain't even do nothing. I blew myself up for no reason. Oh, that was stupid. I tried to blow both of us up. Because I'm like, wait a minute, where my guns at? I ain't even had no guns. That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, goodness. See, look at, he ain't want to 1v1 me for real. I just told him, tell me how to do it. He ain't want to tell me how to do it. He ain't want to 1v1 for real. They just be talking. So they be on here, see? They be on here trying to be fake competition. I'm on to y'all. Y'all think y'all slick and fake competitors. Whatever. Y'all think y'all slick. See, like I said, I'm just over here, I'm just over here gaming, bro. Like, I'm over here gaming, just playing with the people that like to play with me and just having fun. Like, we ain't really, I'm not really over here for competition, man. Niggas just playing just to enjoy themselves. Cause for actually, one of the main reasons why I'm playing game as an artist, like I said, to help my mental health. Cause bro, my mental health is shot. I done been through some shit. So I do a lot of stuff to kind of detox my brain. So coming into certain environments, I try to come into them respectful, but that's why I try to add context. Because I am aware that I am gaming online, so it does look like I am a gamer. I'm a gamer, but that's why I be prefacing my comments just to let you know, look, I'm not a gamer gang. This ain't that. This ain't what this for. Not saying I ain't gonna game with y'all, because it's power gaming. I game with him. Yeah, but we was just chilling. We was just talking shit and chilling. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we get better, you know what I'm saying, if some people want to smoke, then, you know what I'm saying, then I'll come with it. But right now, yeah, I know where I stand. I get controller drift like a motherfucker. I'm not finna sit here and 1v1 you and I got controller drift. Get the heck out of here. Heck nah. Not like, seriously. I would. I ain't gonna say like I wouldn't. I would. But, I wouldn't take it seriously. That's why I said, yeah, you can show me how to do it, then yeah, I got you. But nah, I'm not finna take it seriously, y'all. If you really trying to do that, and be on here, you're trash, you're whack. I'm like, I know, didn't ask you. Ooh. All kind of shit floating around this motherfucker. Ooh. Hold on, guys. Bullets. He's sitting here playing with his ass. Him hitting me like that, man. If you know what he doing, cause ain't no way you should be hitting me like that, and I'm floating around like that. Ain't no way. I lost that. I lost that for sure. Damn. Skirt. And he chasing me. Alright. I ain't had a bullets. Fucking with this nigga. Damn. Ah. What that mean? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. How much time I got on here anyway? Oh shoot, yeah, we've been on here for a good hour. Yeah, that's usually pretty much what I be doing anyway, about an hour. Cause the longer these videos be, the more it takes to clip up the videos. And if you are here as an entrepreneur. I'm telling y'all, bro, the content is the easy part. Cutting this stuff up and editing is the hard part. Yeah, the easy part is the content shit, man. The hard part is fucking yeah, the hard part is editing, clipping, captions, descriptions, all of that other stuff. Oh my god. Am I driving? Oh, I'm driving. Hey. Oh, we driving. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me get that. Hold on. Dang, I missed that one. We're gonna wrench around for that one. Yeah. Yeah, I want everybody to know. Alright. Bust a Yui. Bust a Yui. Ah, damn. I missed the other box. I was trying to get all the boxes. I was trying to anyway. Alright. What we doing? What we doing? Where we going? What we doing? My glider is so fucking hard to me. Like the signals from the Matrix. Hard. That's hard. I guess that is another thing though. I do have a different sense of cool being a millennial. Yeah, certain stuff is cool to me because I'm a millennial. I came up in a different time, so I'm not as rigid as the previous generation before me. So I can say stuff like Darth Vader coming down off of a sentinel shooting you in the face. Yeah, that's cool to me. Sorry, that's a little cool. That's kind of dope. But then you have some of us that have suppressed trauma. No, I'm just kidding. We all have suppressed trauma. But then you have some people that just prefer Call of Duty and just be like, I don't want to play Fortnite. It's for kids. Well, you're on a video game. They're all for kids. But I feel you. It's just weird to me. It'd be like grown ass adults. Like, and the stupid part is they've been doing it for a minute. Like grown ass adults. I'm not playing Fortnite, it's for kids. You're playing a video game, sir. Like, what are we talking about right now? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, my notifications is going off. So I've been doing better with the, with content. Hold on, who is that? I didn't know who that was. Somebody shooting me? Somebody is shooting me. Yeah, I've been doing better with the content though, so that's good. That's good. Let me see. What do I have? Tips and tricks for content as far as being an artist. Find your way of being consistent, because I think consistency has gotten easy for. So last year I was very consistent with vlogging because I kind of wanted to show what it looked like to just do this on a day-to-day, because it's not always fun. And I do think there is currency in, I think there is a very high level of currency in showing people the process when it don't look fun, especially on YouTube, because YouTube has pockets of people that genuinely enjoy watching a journey. You know what I'm saying? So if you're serious, now I'm not gonna recommend this to everybody because I'm serious about what I'm doing. So, but if you're serious about what you're doing, if you can find something that allows you to be consistent that you like, that's kind of the best. That's the easiest way to be consistent to be an artist. Cause that whole blowing money on shit to try to look like an artist every day, I think that's the worst idea ever. That's just me. Like, cause you just wasting money. Like, why not get on the game and talk to other rappers and cultivate community? Like that's. Why not do that? You wasting money. Like, you already bought the game system. You already bought the game. Like, you spent the money. Go utilize it. There's so many ways to get fans from everywhere. You can find a fan from anywhere. Everywhere. It doesn't matter. So, Why are you singling yourself to just focusing on the artist community? Because the algorithms don't really know the difference between who the person, like a fan and an artist. The algorithms only know the term artist. So if you look up the term artist often, it's going to assume you want to look at artist. The caveat to that is that you 9 times what happens is you end up looking at other artists because you're looking for things that to help you as an artist, and then you just end up in a society, a bunch of other artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just kind of cultivate community of a bunch of other artists. So for me, it would be stupid for me to sit here and just post artist shit over and over and over and over and over again, because then I'm just going to attract other artists, not people who could potentially be fans. Gamers aren't artists. Well, not all of them. Some of them are. Shout out T Grizzly. You know what I'm saying? But so it would be easier for me to get fans over here gaming than it would be for me to just sit here and talk to y'all about rap shit all the time. Because then what's going to happen is people are going to sit here and try to get more rap information from me, which is not a bad thing. But then I'm going to just attract more artists. And they not trying to listen to me. They trying to be heard. So why would I attract people who want to be heard instead of people who want to listen? Air horns? Can I get some air horns? No? Okay, whatever. Anyway, that's my theory. Hold on, I know somebody just said something. Yeah, same. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. I think that's a good thing. I think the gaming community has been slept on unnecessarily hard, which is why it's taken over the way it is. I do miss, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss detailed story games. I think we'll get back to that eventually. Cause I feel like games ain't good at stories no more. They not. Like, yeah. I don't know. I think they getting better, but yeah, I think they getting better, but yeah, I don't think they as good as they used to be. Actually, you know what? Nah, give me this. But yeah, nah, gaming is definitely therapy for a lot of people. So I wouldn't dismiss it at all as a form of finding community and finding your niche and finding people that like fuck with you. That's not horrible. Another thing I don't like either is when people tell you like that's bad for you to find a community on social media, as if when you get older you don't lose friends. And that doesn't bother people. That's always bothered people. I always felt like that's bothered people, and they don't want to admit that because that doesn't seem like the adult thing to do. In my opinion, I was always, did y'all see them shots? Ooh. I just always felt like people know that they want friends but don't like admitting that. So what they do is, damn, he was fucking me up. Yeah, people don't admit that they want friends, so what they do is they start making, because I've seen this happen, like, personally. I've seen people need companionship in other human beings, but instead of saying that, you will leave that under the guise of my family. I hope I'm saying guys right. I'm probably not even saying that right. But anyway, but people will use their family as their friends, and I don't think that's good because we have titles and categories for a reason. I don't think they're the end all be all of who you are. Yes, your mother and your father can be your friend, but they're not just your friend, which is why they say terms like I ain't one of your little friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I can have the respect of a friend, but right now you playing with me, so I ain't one of your little friends. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why, to me, the more adult version of doing that now in the future would be cultivating community. Because now I have a community of people who kind of understands me a little bit better. That doesn't, because I don't feel like I need to be in my friend's business all the time either. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know every single detail of everything that you do every day, all day, friend. I don't need to know that. But commonality and interest and having people that relate to you and what you got going on, I think it is a key central part of staying alive for a really long time. You know, like having somebody, you know, because I don't know. I think that's what used to keep old women alive for a long time. Like when I was younger. Like I don't know what these new old heifers is doing. Well, yes I do. They being young thoughts, and that's what's keeping them young. I mean, it's not trying to be. Well, yeah, it is a little funny, but I'm serious though. I think it's keeping them young. I think moving like a kid keeps you young. Now, as you get older, you do need to start handling responsibilities, blah, 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 blah. But then again, who the fuck am I to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing with your life? I just think about it in the aspect of like my grandmother. Like my grandmother passed away when she was in her 90s, but she always looked really young. She always really looked young. The first time I saw my grandma look old is when my grandpa passed away. When he passed away, all of a sudden she just started looking old. And I was like, when did that happen? But she was stressed, so that's the difference. But she always had her girlfriends. As her girlfriends started passing away, because they used to call them the Golden Girls, because they used to just hang out and do old girl stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like old people stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just always thought about that as I've gotten older. And then I look at, now that I'm a little bit older, and I'm looking at another generation of old people become grandparents, and I'm just like, I think I see it happening again. I think I see why my grandma looked young until my grandpa passed away. Like, I think you just need things to keep you grounded and keep you happy. And I don't want social media to make y'all think that that's bad, that you might have found a friend on social media. It's not bad if you check on them every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you found somebody that you really, really like, hey, like, I fuck with the way they think. Like, I kind of jam with this person. Ain't nothing wrong with you checking on them. That's why it's a good thing that you know, what's happening with LaRussell right now. You know, his whole community is coming out and showing him, like, hey, we really support you. That's a beautiful thing. That keeps people alive for a long time. And your opinion on whether or not you agree or disagree with their ethics or whatever, as long as it ain't affecting you on a day-to-day, I don't see why you think people should care. Ooh. You just see what I did there. Damn. I seen some feats. Yeah, I don't really think people should care about your opinion like that. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like for example, like right now, I'm doing my best to cultivate community. So, and it's gonna be a little bit of a rough start because I don't have a lot of views. So it's gonna be a lot of people in my face saying, "Hey, I don't like this," because I just started. If I was like already a famous artist, then it would probably be a little bit easier to deal with because you can just easily ignore. If it's 1 million comments and like 10,000 of them say you suck, it's like, whatever. But when you first starting out, in my personal opinion, I think it's a little bit harder. Okay, this nigga pissing me off. Yeah, all that bring around all this dumbass shit. Yeah, I think it's actually a little bit harder doing it like I'm doing it. So, you know, but I also think that gives you a little bit more grit too. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you are trying to build something that's big, you know, for example, let's say cooking. Let's just use cooking for an example. If you start right now, and you know, and you really get into your cooking bag, and you show, and you document it, and you document every step of the process, and you get and you do what you got to do, you know, because I don't think nothing goes unseen. Somebody's gonna see you. Somebody's gonna want to work with you. Somebody's gonna be like, bro, this dude is really working. Like, and keep going with what you got going on. Happens all the time. Has happened to me several times. I have gotten two donations. Randomly, when I really, really needed them too. I got randomly 2 donations of somebody who literally just saw me and was just like, bruh, I see what you're doing, keep going. I don't know why they did that, because I got so many things on my YouTube page. I don't know if it's specific to my music, because I can sit here and lie to y'all and be like, yeah, it's for the music. It wasn't for the music. It's because they supported me. I don't know why, but it's because they support me. But now I have tangible evidence to prove to y'all because there were other people who have told me that was going to work. And then now that I did it for myself, and I did the whole year worth of vlogs last year. I got a year worth of vlogs. Every day I was vlogging with y'all. My lights got cut out, I vlogged. My car got repossessed, I vlogged. Like, everything happened, I was vlogging. Whether the days was good or not. When I had days where I didn't have nothing to talk about, I was still vlogging, talking to y'all. I did that. So now it's a little bit of a different conversation. I have a little bit more confidence, because that's really what be stopping a lot of people from getting where they try to get to, is confidence. I have a little bit more confidence when I say the things that I say. Even if people say, nah, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm like, I guess. It adds confidence. Like, that's what the reps do. That's what reps do. It's like going to the gym. Oops. Give me this. Yeah, it's like going to the gym. You weak when you first went to the gym, of course. Duh. You just got to the gym. You just got there. Give yourself a break. But if you've been going to the gym for a year, and you've been doing that for a whole year, it's going, you know. If somebody tell you, oh, you're not healthy, it might hit you a little different. And you might be like, yeah, I guess, if you say so. Versus the difference in what it would do to you when you first start going to the gym. Like, if you first start going to the gym and people was just like, oh, well, you suck. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing that. You just doing that for superficial reasons. It's going to hit harder because you just start going. But a year later, somebody see you done, a year later, you done been in the gym, you done got used to it and became part of your routine. You done got some new outfits. But the moment you get a new outfit, and you know what I'm saying, because you've been wearing the same raggedy gym stuff, but you starting to take the gym seriously now, and now you done got a new outfit and you post a picture in it, now all of a sudden you superficial. Now you the superficial gym head. Oh, you just doing it because everybody want to see you in the gym. I personally believe that rhetoric is going to hit you a little bit different because you've been in the gym for a year versus when you just started. And it's the same thing with content creating. It's the same thing with gaming. It's the same thing with everything. Yes, it's going to feel a little harder when you first get started. That's just how it goes. That's a part of the confidence. The confidence comes from the consistency. Yeah, never think people just randomly have confidence. Confidence always comes from somewhere. He was born with confidence. Well, then that means he got it from somebody's DNA. It came from somewhere. I know people like to say that as some like Disney bullshit, you know what I'm saying? His confidence is key. You know, they just was born with confidence, just brimming with confidence. 9 times out of 10, people who are brimming with confidence, they got that from somewhere. Something happened. And instead of you hating on them and trying to figure out how they got that, you can go do that for yourself. Never forget who Rock Lee was. That's what Rock Lee taught me. You know what I'm saying? For all of the anime nerds out there. That's what Rock Lee taught me. You don't need none of that fancy shit. Ooh! You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? All you need is a little patience and a scope. All right, on, man. Who is it? Blue Boat $9.99. Wait, did I say that right? $9.99. I'm so old. I said that like a price. I'm sorry, that's stupid. Right on, though. Right on, Blue Boat. I appreciate you. $9.99. I said it like a price. That's funny to me. I'm silly, y'all. I'm sorry. Stupid stuff make me laugh. Cause I done been through some shit. Like, I remember sitting in this cell one time, and like I was in it, like it was like a different type of cell. I had went to, it was somewhere in the wilderness. Like they sent me, I was in like the middle of Missouri. I don't know what, I forgot what it was. It was a long time ago. I forgot what jail cell it was, but I remember sitting in that cell and I couldn't see out the window. Man, so now like that's why I'm a little bit goofy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's why I'm a little bit goofy. Cause I remember a time where I was sitting in a cell and I couldn't see out the window. And but the jail that I was in, ain't no going outside. It wasn't no going outside. Going outside. Rack time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, good luck with that. At the particular jail that I was in. But yeah, and so I just remember thinking when I get out of here, I'm gonna thank God for the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just thank God for the fact that I can touch grass. And that's kind of why I'm, you know, I think that boosted my nerdness. I mean, my hippie, because I was already a hippie. That's why all my friends wanted to experiment with drugs. That's kind of why I turned into a drug dealer. I was the experimental friend. So I was already a hippie, but like I think that got me into my pure hippiness, into like my real hippiness. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't just like a rebel hippie. I was like a real hippie. You know what I'm saying? After that, because I was just like, wow, we really don't pay attention to grass like that. Not until you lose it. You know what I'm saying? Until you don't have the opportunity to be in the grass, and it's like, oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's not good. It's not human. That's really bad for you not to ever be able to touch it. Excuse me, sir? You thought you was? What he thought? He thought he was finna. All right, the disrespect. Anyway, yeah. So that's why I'm a little bit goofy and nerdy when it comes to shit. Like certain things make me happy, and then certain things piss me off. Like people's inability to appreciate life pisses me off. I don't like being like that though. I don't like being like that because of what I said earlier. People learn at different paces, and I hated old people for treating me that way when I was a kid. But now that I've gotten older, I've learned through experience a little bit why old people come off like that. I still don't think that's the right way to come at people though. I still don't think that's a good thing, but I do believe that that's still some bullshit though. What is this? So wait, so if I put the ice legs on and then I stand there to take the ice legs off, but what do the ice legs do though? They don't do nothing. Have you ever played Marvel Rivals? No, I have not. It's giving Fortnite between Fortnite and Super Smash Brothers. So I really would like to. I would really like to play it. Every time I see it, it feels like that's what it's giving a little bit. So I was like, I would like to play it. Yeah, I went through a lot of shit in my life, so I haven't really had time to like sit still and like game like I want to. That's why I kind of like locked in on Fortnite early on. So because I haven't had time to game like I want to. Not like I want to. I watch gameplay a lot. Shout out Israel85, #1 gamer out there. Well, my #1 gamer. he's great for me. I don't know if he's great for everybody else though. Because he be tripping sometimes. Oh my goodness! Did you see that? I'm back. Oh yeah. No, you want to play. Come here. Bring your ass. Because he want to play. Yeah, wasn't expecting that, was you? And there's somebody shooting at me. And I'm taking your whip, nigga. Yeah, took your whip. Now he got to stand there and deal with the consequences of his actions. Y'all seen that? He tried to get rid of me. He tried to get me up out of there. My bad, y'all. He tried to get me up out of there. Ooh-wee. It got intense. It got intense for a minute. Had to get up out of there. Hold on. If he thought I wasn't coming back for the smoke, he got me fucked up. Oh, let me make sure I reload it. Okay, I'm reloaded. Where he at? Hell yeah. I forgot what I was talking about, y'all. There he is, fucking bum. I don't even know if this was. I don't even know if that's who was. I think that's who that was. Was that who that was, y'all? I'm following you. Was that the same person? He got up out of there. Damn. That boy was running like his life depended on it. And it did. Dang. I just had to kill him. Sorry. Oh my god, that was awful. I deserve to die if he killed me. Because that was terrible. I missed all of them shots. Did y'all see that? Awful. Oh my goodness. I'll take that. I'm out. Ah, he got me. Dang. That's what happens when you lead with your shot. The new Spider-Man trailer. For the movie or the game? I heard people talking shit about it. I don't know why. I might actually give this one a chance. Because I was kind of over Spider-Man for a while. They was dragging it. Oh, yeah, the movie. Yeah. I saw it. I saw bits and pieces of it. I ain't really get a chance to, like, look at it. I'm actually going to look. I'm such a weirdo, bro. Like, I'm such a weirdo. I'm actually going to look at it because of the hate. I don't like when people hate too much. Because if people hate too hard, it feels forced. It feels like you're trying to force me not to like something just because you don't like it. Which means 9 times out of 10 it's probably good. I don't like over-forced hate. So I'm probably going to go look at it like... But I've been off the Marvel movies. The Marvel movies, it's just a me thing. They too inaccurate. Like, I get it to a certain extent, but it's almost like they be forcing the inaccuracy sometimes in some of the Marvel movies. So I was over it. Now, granted, I am a little bit older than y'all too. So I mean, like the first X-Men. Yeah, I saw that and I was just like, no, we're not doing this. And then they did it again. I was like, okay, all right. Then they did it again. I was like, okay, y'all dragging it. Then they gave me X-Men. Then they gave me Wolverine's Origins, and I was like, yep, nope, I'm done. Y'all got it. I'm over it. Yeah, I'm done. So the other Marvel movies could have been great, and I couldn't do it. The Spider-Man movie was great. The first one, the first 3, it was great. Of course, Blade. I don't know why y'all act like they were putting Blade in there. Blade was great. Spawn, great. Which is crazy because I was recently seeing Michael Jai White didn't like Spawn, which I thought was fun. Well, I was a kid when it came out, so that's probably why I liked it. Because when he explained why he didn't like it, it kind of made sense. So I was like, But yeah, so I've always been like I've always liked the accuracy of the movies. If you care, like when you care about it, it feels like around that time when the first X-Men movies came out, it didn't feel like they cared anymore. Like the Resident Evil movie, it was like, why did y'all do this? This really didn't have nothing to do with the story. So I'm one of them. Yeah, a little bit of a hater. But I can admit it though. I can admit when I'm being a hater. That doesn't mean it's like bad. Because if people like it, then then that means it's good. But I know when I'm being a hater. So, wow. So I was a hater for a while. But this one I'm gonna check it out. I wanna see it. Because I know when I'm being a hater. That's why you can't force me to hate some shit. Because I know when I'm being a hater. You ain't just gonna force me to hate some shit just cause you think it's cool to hate on it. And we're not doing that. Because that means it's probably good then. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Have you seen it? Or are you gonna watch it? Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go check it out. I know the artist in me is definitely curious to see what the soundtrack is gonna do. See who they gonna put on the soundtrack and stuff. That's always interest me. Soundtracks and stuff. Especially because I don't like soundtracks like I used to. Soundtracks are not as good as they used to be to me. So when we get like real good songs out of a soundtrack, I'll be like, ooh, who did that? And to your point, actually, what's so funny is the Spider-Man movies have been having some really good soundtracks. What the hell was that? What was it? Bruh. Cause what was that? He did all of that for nothing. What was that? Hold on. Bring your ass here. Are we banging it out? We banging it out? What the drama? He wanted the hands. I'm with it. Come on, I'm with it. Man, he trying to throw hands. Put down them guns. He trying to throw hands. I'm with it. No, put down the guns. Oh, he weak. He a bitch. Ah, you a bitch. I thought he wanted the hands. Is that, what you call it, domain expansion thing? Was that his, on the back of his backpack? I can't think of the dude name. God damn it. I was just watching Jujutsu Kaisen this morning. That's crazy. I cannot think of the dude name. Shadow Demon Dog. I think that's what his backpack was. That was hard. It looks good. It has the Punisher and the Scorpion. Ooh, and the hand. Ooh, okay. Punisher in that thing, I bet. Because you know what I really wanted? I ain't gonna lie. When the first Tobey Maguire movie came out, the first Spider-Man movie, like the first three, I really wanted him to do, like, I really wanted the Punisher to be in one of them movies. I really, really did. And I'm talking about like the Punisher, the first Punisher movie. Well, not like the first one, but the one in the early 2000s, because I think it was one before that. Who knows? All these movies are fucking remakes. So, but I really wanted them to do a movie together. So if they put in the Punisher in this one, I definitely want to see it. And I've always liked Scorpion too. Scorpion's always been one of my favorite bad guys. Cause he seemed like a side character that was genuinely misunderstood. Like when I found out his story, I was like, oh damn, he seemed like a real one. Like I think they just hating on him. I think they just hating on my boy. Him, like people like him and Lizard, I be feeling like they give anime character a little bit to me. It's like a bad guy where it's like if I was really to get into their story, I might not be as mad at him as I should be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think those are always great villains. Yeah, good villains are always the ones where you can, where you like, damn, are they really a villain? That's a great villain. That's how you make a great villain. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to question whether or not they a villain. The Hand is a different one too. That's different. I don't think he's been in any movies. Like I said, I've been out of the Marvel movie world, so I'm not sure. But I haven't seen The Hand in any of the movies, so that's dope. They gonna put The Hand in there. That's dope. I am a nerd. I am a comic book kid, so which is why I was so mad at the early movies. But I'm back. I'm coming back. Trying to get back into it and not be so angry. Cause I said that when I was younger, I don't want to be one of them people. I don't want to be one of them old people that feel like everything was better when I was younger. But now I see why they do that. It's funny. Right. Hold on. He's gonna bump me off. No, wait. Sir, what are we doing? Are we shooting each other or not? You know, what was happening? Dang. Hey, that's dope. You gonna go watch it? Nah, I'm gonna see it. I wanna see it. Yeah. Yeah, cause ooh, I did see some movie that was coming out in August. I forgot the name of it. It looked like the edge of something, the edge of Oakland Street. Oakland Street or Oakland Drive or some shit like that. It looked like, I don't know what it's about, but it looked like like the world finna end or something like that. It looked like somebody like chopped half the world off and it went back to like prehistoric times. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a sucker for sci-fi movies. I love sci-fi movies. That and like that's why I'm so glad Neil deGrasse Tyson has a podcast. I sit there and watch that shit all goddamn day long because I'm such a sci-fi kid. I love like science and like space and shit. So yeah, that's cool. I love that for sure, for sure. Coming here and taking your shit. Oh, and he gave me some too. Ah! Coming here and taking your shit. I ran away on purpose, y'all. I ain't no bitch. I just want to take his shit. Oh my gosh. Watch this. I don't know what his purpose was. I thought he had a better strategy than that, but okay. Whatever works, sir. Nah. Yeah, the dino one. Yeah. Yeah, the one with the little dinosaur that popped up at the end. Because it was like, and I saw, y'all, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. That's another reason why I want to see the movie too. Because the commercial was like clutch. I'm like, what's going on? I haven't seen a good commercial that really made me want to watch a movie in a very long time. Oh my God. The commercial was, I'm like, wait, so what? Like, so what is the movie about? Like, they're going back in time. Okay, cool. Like the commercial genuinely made me want to understand what the movie was about. And I ain't seen a good commercial in a minute. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this. This shit finna be good. I ain't seen a good commercial and I don't know how long. Cause it feel like these days they wait till the movie come out and get good for the good commercials to come out. It's like, okay, people like this movie, now we can get y'all the good commercials. It's like, wait, what? Wasn't that the purpose for me wanting to see the movie? Alright, I guess. Yeah, the one about the dinosaurs. Yeah, I'm definitely a sucker for the dinosaur movies and shit. Yeah, dinosaur movies. Jurassic Park was my favorite movie of all time when I was a kid. Well, one of my favorite movies of all time as a kid. Because like I said, I was a sci-fi. So, you know, anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. Mortal Kombat, the first one. That's why I didn't like the new one. Because I'm like, this, what are we doing? It's kind of crazy. I don't know. But yeah, I always like sci-fi movies. Big sci-fi nerd. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's so funny? I just thought about this too. You know what? I just thought about that. I think me letting y'all know that I'm a sci-fi nerd actually is even more beneficial than me just trying to present to y'all the way I do my music, because the way I do my music is kind of how my brain works with like creativity, because I'm such a nerd and like a scientist with shit. So it's certain parts of my music that like you wouldn't even really be able to appreciate unless you understood that. For example, everybody got a song called Him, right? Everybody named mama got a song called Him. So I got a song called Him on YouTube, but the reason why I thought the way I did it was dope is because there's a sample in it from the Powerpuff Girls from the dude called Him, and he's describing the character Him, but the way he's describing it is the same way people have described me in real life from time to time. So I thought that was dope. It was kind of like a little mad scientist way of doing it. Also, I had to figure out a way to rap like my life per se and make it sound cool, because I don't like saying cliche shit. Like the go-to of whatever you would just assume is like, even if I do, I gotta say it in some type of like unique way. I have to at least try to find a unique way to say it, at least. So I don't know. I think that would be much easier. I think that is easier now that I who is that? Oh, that's the love of my life. Sorry, y'all. The love of my life came in here to ruin my gameplay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She carries us. That's fine. No, literally, I wouldn't even be talking to y'all if it was her. But so anywho, yeah. Matter of fact, that reminds me that means it's actually time to get over. I've been over here talking to y'all for a little minute. Yeah, mad scientist work though. I be coming up with little intricate ways to do stuff. And that's another reason why I'm like, man, I don't like the way people do like artistry when it comes to rap these days. I don't know. I'm different. But at the same time, I don't think that would be appreciated if I didn't go out there and like captivate audience and show y'all. Ooh, excuse me, and like prove to y'all that works. Just because I want to be a rapper doesn't mean everybody should just kiss my ass. Like, no, there's work to be done. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I think that's what my work is. My work is captivating audience properly and doing the things that are necessary to do that. The crazy part is, the hard part is trying to figure out what that is. So while it may seem like it's easy because I'm gaming, I had to figure out that it was gaming. And the figuring out part is, man, I'm telling you, sometimes figuring it out is 99% of the battle. Well, actually, I think it is always 99% of the battle. That's probably why, that's why lawyers charge you so much money. Because they had to go learn everything that you could go, you could represent yourself. You could. You can go read all of the things that you need to learn to say what you need to say to the you could. But then again, by the time you need a lawyer, do you really have time to figure out how to do all of that? No, you don't. So it's better for you to pay somebody that knows what they're doing to figure this out, and then that way, you know what I'm saying, you can have a better odds of not going to jail. You know. What they got going on over there? Let's go find out, y'all. Let's go see. Hold on. I forgot I had the thing. Yeah. Hell yeah. What the? Come on, gang. That is not what I hit that on. They played me. But yeah, I definitely want to check out the Dino movie. We want to check that out. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to, if y'all do ever get a chance to check out him, go check that out. It's literally the first song on my MF Music playlist. I have a playlist on my YouTube page called MF Music, and hold on. Yeah, so if you ever get a chance to check out the song, go check it out. Tell me what you like. I didn't get to put it out because that sample is not. I can't afford it. Where you going? Ah. Hold on. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't able to put the song out because I don't have any type of proper representation. So I wouldn't know what exactly to do to get that song cleared. I do believe I could, because I was listening to a song by Primo Race and it was a sample in it from Wolf of Wall Street. So I was just like, okay, so it's possible. There's clearly a way to put samples in songs from like TV shows and video games and movies and shit, but apparently I don't know how to do it. So, but I felt like the song was too good to not put out, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just put it on YouTube for now. You know, so, but I did like lease the beat and stuff like that. I did pay for the beat. Did I buy it or I leased it? I don't remember. I paid some money, whatever it was. So that way, just in case something happens, I can make sure everybody's properly compensated whenever if it decides to take off. You know, just make sure everybody good. So, but yeah, so if you ever get a chance to listen to it, go check it out. You can hear my mad scientistness when it comes to the music. And being a mad scientist is not always a good thing too. Because people keep telling me like them long intros are, you gotta stop that. I'm like, but I like my long intros. They like, bro, don't nobody want to sit here listen to that shit. I'm like, but they do though. I like intros. Well, some people do. I guess everybody don't. You know, so we'll call them A, we'll call them B. Figure it out. We gonna figure it out. You know, and then it's not like I do that every time either. I guess I don't want to make it seem like I'm being an arrogant artist either. It's not like what is this? I think I just joined the community. I didn't ask for this. Get me out of here. Ask next time. They like, come back for a nigga. Boy, I tried to. Got me. Alright, we're gonna end it right there, y'all. I've been on here for a little minute anyway. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Upload as often as I can. Let me see. What else? Be kind to one another. Cause that's how Remick get into your building. Alright, I'm gonna see y'all later. Nah, I'm just playing. Keep him out the juke joint.